Okay. Unitary matrix. Am I audible? Can anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, yesterday class we have discussed the definition of Hermitian. Now we are going to discuss the unitary matrix. A square matrix, a square matrix, capital capital A, is said to be is said to be unitary matrix, unitary matrix if if A into A power theta, A power theta into A is equal to identity. If this definition is satisfied, then we call A is a unitary matrix. Can anyone say what is the A power theta?
A conjugate whole transpose.
A conjugate whole transpose. So remember always A power theta means A conjugate whole transpose. So this is a unitary matrix definition. In the last class also we listened the same definition like this. A into A transpose equal to A transpose A equal to identity. What is this matrix?
Orthogonal matrix.
Orthogonal matrix. So when it satisfies this definition, it is a orthogonal matrix. A is a orthogonal matrix. When it satisfies A into A part theta equal to A part theta into A is equal to identity, then it is a unitary matrix. So now we'll see one example on this. Example, or we will write like this question. Verify following matrix, following matrix unitary or not, unitary or not. So now the matrix is A is equal to 1 by 2 into I root 3, next root 3, next I. Okay, this is a matrix. So this matrix you have to check whether it is a unitary or not. Solution, you have A matrix, first you have to find the A power theta. So first find A conjugate. So listen here one more thing. For example, Ka whole conjugate is there. K is some number. Number means scalar. So it can be written as a K into A conjugate. So 1 by 2 conjugate is a 1 by 2 only. I conjugate minus I. Root 3 conjugate root 3 only. Root 3 conjugate root 3 only. I conjugate minus I. I got A conjugate matrix. Next A power theta. So A power theta equal to A conjugate whole transpose. That is nothing but A conjugate you have to transpose. 1 by 2 transpose is 1 by 2 only. Next to right row as a column. Minus I root 3. Next to second row as a second column. Root 3 minus I. Minus I root 3 minus I. So now you got the A power theta. So now you have to find A into A power theta. Wait a minute. So now we are going to do A into A power theta. So now A matrix 1 by 2 into, what is A matrix? I, check here, I root 3, I root 3 into root 3 I. Next, A power theta. What is A power theta? 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into, what is A power theta? Minus I root 3 minus I. So now 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1 by 4. Now matrix multiplication, row into column, I into minus I. What is its value? Can anyone? Row into column.
One.
I
One.
into
One, sir.
yes.
One, sir.
If anybody don't know, you learn from here. I into minus I, first it will be minus I square. Minus I square. This minus as it is, I square value minus 1, that is nothing but 1. So this value will be 1. Root 3 into root 3 plus 3. Okay. Next, first row into second column. I into root 3, root 3 I. Next, root 3 into minus I, minus root 3 I. Okay. Next, second row into first column. Root 3 into minus I, minus root 3 I. Next, I into root 3 I. Okay. Next, second row into second column. Root 3 into root 3, 3. I into minus I square, 1. Just now we did. So therefore, so 1 by 4 into 4, 0, 0, 4. So now take 4 out, right? 4 into this 4, 1, sorry. 1 by 4, this take 4 common. 1, 0, 0, 1. 4, 4 cancel. So what is value? I. Therefore, what is value? A into a power theta is equal to which value you are calculating? A into a power theta. What its value got? I. Similarly, we get a power theta into a is equal to I. Therefore, a power theta is equal to a power theta a is equal to identity. Therefore, A is a unitary matrix. A is a unitary matrix. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
In your class, is there any Chaitanya Sai? Class lo Chaitanya Sai అని ఎవరు ఉన్నారా? Wait a minute. 1 minute. Who is Chaitanya Sai? Chaitanya Sai. Hello? Hello, is there Chaitanya Sai? Wait a minute. He is not entered with his roll number.
Which could
Vignesh, mute. Shravan.
Chaitanya Sai is not there in our list.
In your class is in our list not is there in your class that person?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So unnecessarily I admitted. I thought he maybe 1 minute. I'll check them.
Okay, sir.
Jashwant, Anurag, Varun, Persista, Shreya, Rohan, Akhil, Anusha, Arun, Priyanka, Shashank, Sampat. So if that person, if Chaitanya Sai will come, immediately inform to me. Okay, just you make one concentration. So A is a unitary matrix. Have any doubts on this? Can anyone?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Now we'll discuss one more problem. Question. Prove that A is equal to A is equal to A plus IC minus b plus id, next b plus id, a minus ic is unitary if a square plus b square plus c square plus d square is equal to 1. So we have to prove this matrix A is a unitary if a square plus b square plus c square plus d square value 1. When this value will be 1, the matrix A is a unitary. This you have to prove. My kind request that the person, if any come Chaitanya Sai, you just నాకు రాగానే అబ్బాయి రాగానే ఎవరైనా చెప్పండి.
Sir, he raised hand,
Sir,
sir.
he came.
Sir.
He came. Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Is there Chaitanya Sai? Chaitanya Sai, can you speak?
Sir, he left, sir.
అబ్బాయి రాగానే చెప్పండి.
Left, sir.
I think he is from your unknown person.
Yes, sir.
Is in your class, is there?
No.
One more thing, you don't share your links to any other sections or any unknown people. It gets complicated for you. మీరు అన్నెసరీగా వస్తే నేను వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఏదైనా డిస్టర్బెన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తారు. సో అబ్బాయి మళ్ళా కనుక మీరు వస్తే నాకు ఇమీడియట్గా ఒకసారి ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయండి. ఉన్నావు ఇమీడియట్గా చేయాలి. అబ్బాయి కనిపించగానే మీరు ఇమీడియట్గా చెప్పండి. ఈజ్ ఏ ఈక్వల్ టు దిస్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఈజ్ యూనిటరీ if a square plus c square plus b square equal to 1. So this we have to prove. So I don't know anything. I know unitary definition. I'll proceed for the unitary as it is. Solution. A is a given matrix. What is A conjugate? A conjugate equal to A minus IC. Okay. What is the minus B plus ID conjugate? Minus B minus ID. B plus ID conjugate? B minus ID. A minus IC conjugate? A plus IC. Okay. So now A power theta. What is A power theta? A conjugate transpose. Okay. So now what is the A conjugate transpose? A minus IC minus B minus ID. Write through as a column. Next B minus ID, A plus IC. So you got A power theta. Next we have to do A into A power theta. A into A power theta. So what is the A matrix? What is A matrix? A plus IC minus B plus ID. A plus IC minus B plus ID. Next B minus ID. Next A plus IC. Okay. A matrix. What is A matrix? A plus IC minus B plus ID. You are not listening. What is the A matrix? Wait a minute. A matrix. A plus IC minus B plus ID. Next B plus ID. A matrix here. B plus ID. Next A minus IC. Into A power theta. A minus IC. B minus ID. Next minus B minus ID. A plus IC. A plus IC. It is there that person. Is there that person? Okay. So now once we'll check it, ఒకసారి ఇది చెక్ చేయండి. మనం ఇది కరెక్ట్ రాసాము. ఏ పవర్ టీటా a plus ic minus a minus ic minus b minus id b plus id conjugate b minus id a minus is conjugate a plus ic next a power theta a minus ic minus b id row as a column, next b minus id, next a plus ic. A matrix is a what is the A matrix? Okay. A minus ic minus b plus id b minus id. Is there any doubt up to here? Can anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. So now we'll do its multiplication. So now row into column, a plus ic into a minus ic, a plus ic into a minus ic plus minus b plus id into minus b minus id. Okay, first row into first column. Next, first row into second column, a plus ic into a plus ic into b minus id. Next, what is that? Plus minus b plus id into a plus ic. Okay, next second row into first column, b plus id into a minus ic, next plus a minus ic into minus b minus id. Okay, next second row into second column, b plus id into b minus id, next plus a minus ic into a plus ic. Okay, the very easy simplification, you know worry about it. What is the a plus ib into a minus ib? Can anyone? A plus ib into
A square.
A square.
A square plus B square.
Yes, good. A square plus b square, a plus ib into a minus ib. So a plus ic into a minus ic is a square plus c square. Next, this one. What is a minus b plus id minus b minus id? I'll do for this one rough work. Isn't it? Minus b plus id. Next to minus b minus id. Take here minus common. What is this one? B minus id. Okay. Next to take minus common here, minus 1 common. What will you get? B plus id. Minus into minus plus. B minus id into b plus id. Can anyone say what is that value?
B square plus
B
B
square plus D
B
square.
square plus
So simply b square plus d square. If you don't know, you can do manual multiplication also. Next, a into b, ab, a into minus id, minus a into d, a into id, I into ad. Next, plus ibc. Next, ic into minus id, I into minus i plus 1, p into d plus cd. Next, minus b into a minus ab, minus b into ic minus ibc, id into a plus iad. Okay, next id into ic, I into I square minus 1, so minus cd. So now next b into a ab, b into minus ic, minus IBC. Okay. Next ID into A, AD into I. Next I into minus I square plus 1 plus CD. Okay. Next A into minus B minus AB. A into minus ID minus IAD. Minus into minus plus IBC plus IBC. Next minus into minus plus I square minus 1 minus CD. Next here B plus ID into B minus ID, B square plus D square. A minus IC into A plus IC, A square plus C square. Now check it. Plus AB minus AB subtracted, minus IBC plus IBC subtracted. Don't say cancel, subtraction. Plus ADI minus ADI cancel, plus CD minus C, sorry, subtracted. Next plus AB minus AB subtracted, minus AID plus AID subtracted, plus IBC minus IBC subtracted, plus CD minus CD subtracted. So what is this value? So is equal to A square plus B square plus C square plus D square. Okay, this value is 0, this value is 0, this value A square plus B square plus C square plus D square. Okay, so now, so what is this value? A into A power theta. Which value got? A into, which value this one? A into A power theta. So A into A power theta value, this you got. To make it into identity, what you have to take? Can anyone?
A
To
square
make
plus
this,
1.
B square plus C square plus D square is equal to 1.
yes. If we take, if A square plus B square plus C square plus D square equal to 1, so what will get? Which implies A into A power theta equal to 1001. If this value will be 1, then it will be identity. So that means A into A power theta equal to, sorry, A into A power theta equal to identity. A into A power theta equal to identity, which implies A is a unitary matrix. Unitary matrix. Sorry, A is a unitary matrix. So when this A is a unitary matrix, what is the condition? When it is going to be unitary? Can anyone? When it is going to be unitary?
A square plus B square plus C
Yes.
square plus D square.
Equals to 1.
Plus B square plus C square plus D square equal to 1. When this value will be 1, then A is a unitary. That is only enough proof. Check it. Prove that A is a unitary if this value equal to 1. So what you got? Here you got this result. This one. If this value equal to 1, it is a unitary. If you take this value A square, B square, C square, D square, A square plus B square plus C square plus D square value, if you take 1, it is going to be unitary. That means A is a unitary when this value is equal to 1. So therefore proof is completed. It is proved. Have any doubts
It's
on this?
proved. No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So now one more thing. If any unknown person can immediately inform to me. Why? Because when I'm writing on the board, I cannot see that who is entering in the class. Okay, sometimes I always make concentration, but sometimes so you try to aware immediate గా ఎవరైనా వచ్చారంటే నాకు ఇమీడియట్ ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయండి సార్ సంబడి అన్నోన్ కేమ్ విత్ నో రూల్ నెంబర్ నేను వాళ్ళని ఇమీడియట్ గా రిమూవ్ చేసేస్తాను. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ కంపల్సరీ దట్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ మస్ట్ జాయిన్ విత్ యువర్ రూల్ నెంబర్ అండ్ నేమ్. మీలో ఎవరైనా నేమ్ తో వచ్చినా కానీ అలో చేసే పరిస్థితి లేదు. వై? బికాస్ హూ విల్ కమ్ విత్ ద అదర్ నేమ్స్ వి డోంట్ నో దే ఆర్ ద అన్నోన్ పర్సన్స్, దే ఆర్ సస్పీషియస్ పర్సన్స్. ఓకే. So now wait a minute. Sai Priya, is there Sai Priya?
Yes, sir.
So what is said? Don't share whiteboard.
Sorry, sir, I did not see.
Okay, no issue, no issue. So now, from this unitary matrix and related topics are completed. So now we'll discuss the one more. We talk about something about the again Hermitian. I'll directly discuss the problem on some Hermitian. Listen here. Before now, we are going to discuss some problems on the Hermitian. Note every square matrix, every square matrix can be expressed as sum of Hermitian and Q-Hermitian matrices. Okay, this proof will be there already. How we discussed it? Have you remember that every square matrix can be expressed as a sum of symmetric Q symmetric? Have you remember?
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
same way, every square matrix can be expressed as a sum of Hermitian and skew Hermitian matrices. So this proof is available same like the symmetric skew symmetric how we did, same way. So no need I'm discussing problem on this. Okay. So every square matrix can be expressed as a sum of Hermitian and skew Hermitian matrices. So what is the formula means? I'm writing formula. P is equal to here. P is equal to 1 by 2 a plus a power theta. There what is the P value? What is the P value there? A plus A transpose there, 1 by 2. So Q is equal to A minus A power theta. So remember, every square matrix can be expressed as a sum of Hermitian and Q-Hermitian matrices. So how it will be means P is equal to 1 by 2 A plus A power theta, Q is equal to 1 by 2 A minus A power theta. That means if A is a given matrix, that matrix we can write P plus Q. If A is a given matrix, we can write that in the form of P plus Q, where P is a Hermitian, Q is a Q Hermitian. Okay. So now, so if in the question we will get express the following matrix as a Hermitian and a skew Hermitian. So A equal to P plus Q, where P is a Hermitian, Q is a skew Hermitian. So what is P? P formula means 1 by 2 A plus A power theta, Q formula 1 by 2 A minus A power theta. Is there any issue? Have any issue on this? Can anyone?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So remember this formula. Remember this formula. P equal to Q is equal to. We'll try to use. Question. Express the following matrix. Express the following matrix as a sum of Hermitian and Q Hermitian matrices. Okay. A is equal to 1 plus I, 2, 5 minus 5, 2I, 2 plus I, 4 plus 2I. Okay. Next, minus 1 plus I, minus 4, 7. Okay. This matrix we have to write in the form of P plus Q. Solution after getting A, you take A conjugate. So what is the A conjugate? 1 minus I, 1 plus I conjugate, 1 minus I, 2 conjugate 2, 5 minus I conjugate, 5 plus I. 2I, what is the 2I conjugate? Can anyone?
Minus 12.
Minus 2I, very good. 2 plus I conjugate, 2 minus I. 4 plus 2I conjugate, 4 minus 2I. Minus 1 plus I conjugate, can anyone?
Minus 1 minus I.
Minus I. Minus 4 conjugate, minus 4. 7 conjugate, 7. So now after that, you go for A power theta. So what is A power theta? A conjugate whole transpose. So now we do that. Transpose it. A conjugate is the transpose. Row as a column. 1 minus I, 2, 5 plus 5I, minus 2I, 2 minus I, minus 4. First row as a first column. Second row minus 2I, 2 minus I. Sorry, what you are observing? First row 1 minus I, 2, 5 plus 2I. Second row as a second column. Minus 2I, 2 minus I. Next 4 minus 2I. Okay. Next third row as a third column. Minus 1 minus I, minus 4, 7. You got A. So express Hermitian skew Hermitian means A we have to write P plus Q. That means you have to find P matrix, Q matrix, that's all. So now this is the A power theta. A power theta you got. So now what is the P is equal to? Can anyone say what is the P matrix?
A plus A power theta by 2.
1 by 2. 1 by 2 A plus A power theta. Just now I said na 1 by 2 A plus A power theta. Okay. One minute. So now 1 by 2, 1 by 2, A matrix. We will write A matrix. What is the A matrix? A matrix is a 1 plus I, 2, 5 minus 5I, 2I, 2 plus I, 4 plus 2I, next to minus 1 plus I, minus 4, 7. A power theta matrix. What is the A power theta matrix? 1 minus I, minus 2I, minus 1 minus I, 2, 2 minus I, minus 4, 5 plus 5I, 4 minus 2I, 7. You have to add it. So now 1 by 2 into, so what is this value? 1 plus I, 1 minus 2I. What is value? Plus I minus I subtracted. What is the value? 2. 2 next to 2 minus 2I. Next what is value? 5 minus I, minus 1 minus I.
4
5 minus
minus 6i.
4 minus 6I. Good. 2I plus 2. 2 plus 2I. Okay. Next 2 plus I, 2 minus I addition. How much?
4.
4. 4 plus 2I minus 4.
2i.
2I. Okay. Next minus 1 plus I, 5 plus 5I. What
4
is value?
plus 6i.
4 plus 6I. Minus 4, 4 minus 2I.
Minus 2i.
Huh?
Minus 2i.
2I. 7 plus 7,
14.
14. Okay. You can take 2 common from this. 1 by 2 into, when you take 2 common, what is the value? 1. 1 minus
1
I,
minus I.
2 minus 3I, 1 plus I, 2, 2I, oh, sorry. 2I, 2 common, I. So what is value? 2 common, 2 plus 3I, minus I, next is 7. This 2 get cancelled. So now, what is this value? This is our P. P is equal to what you got? 1 minus I, 2 minus 3I, 1 plus I, 2I, 2 plus 3I minus I, 7. You got P. This P is a Hermitian, no need of checking. P is a Hermitian matrix. No need of checking. P is a Hermitian matrix. What is a Hermitian matrix? Can anyone say? P want to be Hermitian and P equal to P power theta. What is Hermitian? A equal to A power theta. P is Hermitian means P equal to P power theta. We already said here statement. When you write this, A equal to P plus Q, P is a Hermitian, Q is a square Hermitian. No need of checking that. మీరు చెక్ చేసినది హెర్మిషన్ అనే వస్తుంది. So now, so this P is a Hermitian. Similar way, we have to find the Q. What is the Q formula? Can anyone? Q is equal to
1 by 2 a
Half-
minus power
half
theta.
a minus
okay, half A minus A power
a power theta.
A power theta. So now, again, 1 by 2 into, we write A matrix. Wait a minute, A matrix. 1 plus I, 2, 5 minus 5I, 2I, 2 plus I, 4 plus 2I. Next, minus 1 plus I, minus 4, 7, minus A power theta. What is the A power theta? Just now we are calculating. A power theta. 1 minus A, 2. What is the A power theta? Can you remember this one? 1 minus I, minus 2I. 1 minus 2I, minus 2I, minus 1 minus I. 2, 2 minus I, minus 4. 5 plus I, 4 minus 2I, 7. Okay. We'll write here. So what is that value? 1 minus I,
I minus
Minus
2i,
minus
1 minus 1i,
next
2,
2
2
2 minus i,
I,
minus 4,
yes, good. Next
5 plus 5i,
5 plus 5I,
4 minus 2i,
4 minus 2I.
7, sir.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for helping. So now, this is a, now we have to do subtraction. 1 by 2 into, so this subtraction, it is better you have to do in the rough work. 1 plus I minus of 1 minus I. What is value? 1 plus I minus 1 plus I. What
2i.
is value? 2I. Okay, 2I, very good. Next, next what is the 2 minus of minus 2I. So what is
2
value?
plus 2i.
2 plus 2I, very good. Next, you take little time but don't make mistakes. Okay, so now 5 minus 5I minus of minus 1 minus I. 5 minus 5I. What is value? Plus 1 plus I. What is value? Can anyone?
6 minus 4i.
6 minus 4I, very good. Next, 2I, second row. 2I minus 2, this one. 2I minus 2. Next,
2i.
2 plus I minus of this one value. 2 minus I. So what is value? 2 plus I minus 2 plus I. How much is value?
2i.
2i.
Okay. Next, 4 plus 2I. 4 plus 2. If anybody don't know, you learn from your subtraction. This one, 4 plus 2I minus 4. So what is value?
8 plus 2i.
8 plus 2I. Okay, very good. Next, wait a minute, I'll move this. Next, minus 1 plus I, third row, minus of 5 plus 5I. So what is value? Minus 1 plus I, minus 5 minus 5I. How much is value?
minus 6 minus 4i
minus 6 minus 4
minus 4i
minus 4. Okay, very good. Next, minus 4 minus 4 minus of 4 minus 2i. So what is value? Minus 4.
minus 8 plus 2i
Okay, very good. Minus 8 plus 2i. Next, 7 minus 7, 0.
0
So in this, so now take 1 by 2, 2 common. So what will get I? 1 plus I. 2 common, what is this value?
3 minus 2i
3 minus 2i. This is a
I
minus.
minus 1
I'll write first minus 1 plus I. 2 common. 2 common means minus 1. This is a plus I. Next I. Next, wait a minute. 2 common. What is value? 4 plus I.
4 plus I.
Next, 2 common. Minus 3 minus 2i. 2 common. What is value? Minus 4 plus I. Okay. Here. This 2 to get the answer. You got which value? Q. So therefore, here Q is a what is this Q? Q Hermitian. Q Hermitian matrix. Our target is, wait a minute, Q Hermitian matrix. Our target is to only find P and Q values. So you got Q matrix. You got Q matrix. Next, you got here P matrix from the given matrix. So therefore, A is equal to how we can write? Wait a minute. A is equal to P plus Q. So what is the A given matrix? Listen here, you can stop here only. You got P matrix, P is a Hermitian. Next, what is that? You got Q matrix, Q is a square Hermitian matrix. You can stop here, solution completed. But to write little detail, I am writing one more step, but no need. If you want, you can write. So what I did, I want to be know. That's the reason I am writing. This is your A matrix. What is the A matrix? 1 plus I, 2, 5 minus 5i, 2i, 2 plus I, 4 plus 2i. Next to minus 1 plus I, minus 4, 7. This is a given matrix. Can anyone say what is P matrix you got? Raskunaru, can
Yes,
anyone?
sir.
చెప్పండి P matrix.
1,
1,
1 minus I,
1 minus I,
2 minus 3I,
2 minus 3i,
1 plus I,
1 plus I,
2
2,
I,
2,
I, sir.
I,
2 plus 3I,
2 plus 3i,
I,
6i.
minus I, sir.
What is the value? Say how much?
Minus I.
Minus I. Okay. Minus I,
7.
7. What is the Q matrix?
I,
1
plus I,
1 plus I,
3 minus 2I,
3 minus 2i,
I minus 1,
I minus 1,
I,
I,
4 plus I,
4 plus I,
minus 3 minus 2I,
minus 3 minus 2i,
minus 4 minus I,
minus 4 minus I,
0.
0. So listen here. This is a P matrix. P matrix we have written sum of two matrices. One is a P, one is a Q. This P is a Hermitian. Okay. Q is a Q Hermitian. So given matrix we are splitted into two parts. One is a Hermitian, one is a Q Hermitian. That we did. So in the exam you can stop here P matrix, Q matrix. Therefore your answer is completed. Obviously P is a Hermitian, Q is a square Hermitian. If you want to write one more step, it is a good. What will it means? Given matrix, we are split it into P plus Q. This is a P, this is a Q. Don't add these two. Again, the final thing, add cheyodu. Don't add this. You just write P plus Q. Given matrix, we are written given matrix into P plus Q format. P is a Hermitian, Q is a skew Hermitian. Okay. Any doubts on this? Have any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. This is a detail about when I send that notes. So if any mistakes will be there, you try to correct them. Why? Because that is a student notes. Last year student what we discussed in the classroom, that scanned with the took images. So if any corrections will be there, any small corrections in that, you try to make by now you learn the topic. Okay. Any of your small thing will be correction will be there. You try to make from your side from that notes. Some people they are writing and directly running notes only. They, for them don't get any issues. If you are writing by seeing that PDF notes, you try to make any corrections if there. That is your senior notes. Now, is the today's class clear? Have any more doubts?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is the crystal clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll try to take the attendance. Attending is also important. Topic recording. Mute. Who is that? Pavan A6. మీరు ఇది అట్లాంటి వాయిస్ మధ్యలో వచ్చింది అనుకోండి ఏమవుతుందంటే నేను మళ్ళీ ఆ రికార్డింగ్ ని ఎడిటింగ్ చేసుకోవాల్సి వస్తుంది. అది ఎడిటింగ్ చేసి పెట్టాల్సి వస్తుంది. If there's any outside voice that will be not good all that. So that's the reason I said mute. Before I class ఎలాగో ఎడిట్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది క్లాస్ వీడియో. Is there any person who has a good video editor?